Hey guys, this is Cam Interviews. We are here with Dance, Gavin, Dance. What songs off your guys' new record are you guys playing here? Any?
Yeah, we play one song. We played "On the Run," and yeah, the show went well. Good turnout. Had fun.
So, I mean, what are the differences between your online perception of the new songs as opposed to, like, the live perception? Is it more exciting to watch live, or what do you think?
I think online we've gotten really good feedback, and then we've gotten a lot of requests for the new stuff at the shows, so I think it's equal, and that maybe a little bit more surprised how excited people are for the new stuff than we thought, so yeah.
I looked on the Wikipedia just out of curiosity for the new album, and it was a fun fact was brought to my attention that it's going to be the first album in 8 years that you guys have actually had consecutive vocalists on one album after the other. What does that feel like going into this record with, you know?
It's a great accomplishment. We did it. We did it, guys.
Finally
we did it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy that we were able to keep a vocalist. Yeah. I don't know. I think for Will that he was able to, write for the vocalist once again. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a huge surprise what they were going to sound like, because every time a new vocalist comes in, we always write the music before the vocals, so it's like, I don't know what the fuck he's going to do over this. And then acceptance speech, like, Tillian did his thing, and I was like, all right, this is kind of Tillian's style, so this record I was able to still have him there and be able to write a record that would, like, work with, what he does. And I think that having that for the first time in 8 years was, like, really huge, and we were able to do a lot of different shit on the new record that I probably wouldn't have been comfortable doing had we had switched vocalists again. So yeah, I'm hoping Tillian is permanent.
With, I mean, I know you guys write instrumentals before vocals, but, I mean, was there any more comfort on Tillian's part, do you think? The fact that he's been touring with you guys now for, over a year, and he's been, on the record, so was the writing for him, like, a little bit more lax? Could he experiment a little bit more? Do you think that helped at all?
I think Tillian has a style that he really wanted to stick to, and he let us know that kind of before we started writing. So knowing that, it made it easier for me to write something that he would be able to riff off in different ways. And then when he got to it, yeah, I think he was a lot more comfortable because the material was a little bit more catered to him and his vocals. So it did go a lot smoother than last time.
Definitely agree. It made it easier for me as well, just being able to work with him. So.
And so you guys went with Chris Crummett again, and so, I mean, it's not a bad thing that you went with him again at all, but I just am curious why Chris Crummett continually, and do you guys trust anyone else, or are you ever going to branch out? Or?
I mean, yeah, of course we trust. I mean, we're always down to try different stuff, but Chris is, we've, kind of knew exactly what we were getting, and me personally, no offense to anyone else we've worked with in the past, but I really like working with Chris, and I think everyone else kind of agrees with that.
Yeah, I think he also made some, strives forward, or just kind of changes to how, like, his most recent albums that he's done. He's just kind of come full circle, has from styles that he can work with. So we're just like, wow, that new Issues record, the Crown the Empire record, and then he's done a bunch of other bands that don't sound like them at all. And we're like, well, maybe we could get kind of your new sound that you've been working with, see how that goes.
Out of the songs released thus far, some fans are saying that it's a bit different, and I mean, that's up for you guys to say. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And why do you think fans are saying that?
Probably because it is. Like, we don't want to do the same thing, and so hearing that it's different is a good thing for us. Because if the fans were like, oh, this sounds just like the last record, then I'd be like, really, that sucks, because we don't want to just do the same thing. I think every record's different, and this new one's no exception. I actually think this one's the most, got the most variety and is the most different from the last one that we've ever done, maybe since, Happiness, as far as, drastic change.
Cool. And, I mean, for some reason, you guys have this sound it is different each record in a good way, and then also yet still has that DGD vibe. So, I mean, how do you guys accomplish that? Is it something that you know, like what is that magic secret?
Will and I have been on every record, so maybe that's the key to the combination.
Yep.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I guess I've been on a lot of the records,
Yeah,
so
no,
that
everyone
helps.
but one.
The blood pact we made at the beginning of starting the band probably also helps.
The Illuminati, that kind of helps.
Yeah.
How would you say that this album, I mean, you guys already talked about it a little bit, but how would you say this compares to like your entire discography? Like, just go a little bit more in depth than that.
It's, I mean, every record's a progression. Musically, we try to play more difficult, more different styles, and branch out every single album. So whatever we've done before, we want to expand on it and then try other stuff. And every record, we keep expanding and trying more stuff. So I think we just get a broader reach. And this album's no different. I mean, we went like heavier than we've ever gone, softer than we've ever gone, weirder than we've ever gone, all on this one album. So I think it's different in a lot of cool ways like that. And there's still also like songs that totally harken back to an older DGD sound of different eras, and it's kind of got something for every DGD fan and other people too who have never heard of us before.
I mean, I know there's some features on the album guitar-wise, right?
Yeah.
And you're now the only guitarist, and so, I mean, how has that changed things up? I mean, how is that writing for you? And
It was easy. I mean, the features, we would write the song and then we just send it off to somebody else to do second guitar. But Shark Dad's the only song where we had our other guitarist in our side project Secret Band write it with Matt, and then I wrote over him. So it has a totally different feel. And that song's the heaviest song we've ever done with DGD. So, yeah, the collaborations were all really easy because there wasn't really any collaboration. It was just like, all right, right over this, and, you know, other guys did.
yeah, I mean, well, that was one of the questions I wanted to ask as well, is there this kind of bleed-in from Secret Band that kind of made its way into Dance Gavin Dance a little bit? And I think it kind of answers the question. I mean,
Yeah, well, still I'd say not really, because, like, I've been doing side projects, and when I go to DGD to write, it's always like just writing the coolest stuff and not really thinking of any one thing. And like this record has a lot of stuff that sounds nothing like Secret Band.
Sweet. All right, so there's a lot of talk going around about Nicotine Armoire series. So the album concludes the Strawberry Swisher era because Death of a Strawberry. Am I correct?
Okay. That's right.
And so, but people want to know, when might Nicotine Armoire see its last day?
I haven't even
I've
thought of
never,
that.
yeah.
I've completely forgot about that. I mean, the second Nicotine Armoire was actually the first one. It was the rewritten version of our previous band, Farewell Unknown, or I guess Will's previous band, and then I was briefly in it, and Matt was at the very end. Yeah. And then the first one was like the first or second song that came into DGD, sort of in transition between Will writing. So I don't know, that series just isn't very DGD, I guess.
It would be hard to bring it back too, because like it burned, and then it burned again.
Did burn, yeah.
So like this
Double
is a
burn.
severely burned armoire.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how we'd bring it back. We'd have to do it very creatively.
Rebuild.
Yeah. Reconstructing the Nicotine Armoire, or it would be a vaporizer, I guess. The safer version.
People were saying on the Wikipedia page as well that this will be the first album that there's not a like part 2, part 3. This is the first time. So, I mean, it was just an interesting thing that I wanted to bring up. So, I mean, coincidence or intentional?
I think we talked about it. Yeah. Like let's end the sequels. Maybe
none
bring
of-
something back.
Plus,
later.
none of the songs seemed like sequels.
Yeah.
So we weren't trying to force it, like just make sequels for no reason. Like it just didn't seem like anyone's were sequels, except for the Swisher Death song, which seemed like a Swisher song, but everything else seemed so different. It was like, let's not push sequels just cause, you know, that's too much of a novelty to just throw in there if there's not actual fitting songs.
So lastly, guys, what is your personal favorite track off the new record, and where can fans find you all after South by So What? What tours are you guys going on? Where are you headed?
We're about to do a headliner right after this, but back to your first question, my favorite song's probably, it's tough to say because I really enjoy all of them, but I like Eagle vs. Crow and Stroke God Millionaire, and I mean, I like them all. It's so tough to say a favorite. Do you guys have
Yeah,
like
I haven't been able to figure out a favorite. I think Death of Strawberry or Shark Dad, but that's, I guess, just because I'm on that one a lot. That's a narcissistic thing to say. But also, yeah, our headliner starts the day our album comes out on April 14th, and then it goes through early May. So yeah, we'll be playing new songs off the record.
Eagle vs. Crow is my favorite song right now. It's the weirdest DGD song yet, and I'm into a lot of weird shit right now, so it just kind of fits with what I'm listening to.
Okay. Yeah, so, all right, cool. So, well, guys, make sure to check out the new album. Make sure to check them out on their headliner, coming out April 14th.
Yeah.
All right. So that concludes the interview. Thank you so much for having us. This kind of interviews. Take it easy. Peace out.